From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock and temperatures are a bit cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. We're down into the 40s, so no more of those 50s and 60-degree readings. So make sure you dress appropriately. 46 in the Tri-Cities, 49 at Hanford and in Connell, 49 in Dayton. We're at 54 in Walla Walla. That's the mild start out of the group. 48 in Pendleton and 47 degrees in Hermiston. Best part about today, well, there's a lot of good parts about today, is that the wind will not be an issue. Those wind speeds finally came down overnight, and they're pretty light this morning, anywhere between 2, 3 to 6 miles per hour. So nothing to really have to worry about. No wind chill to really worry about. And here's your day planner. Temperatures will be rising into the middle 60s by the lunchtime hour. Lots of sunshine, so make sure you grab those shades. And you definitely won't need the jacket this afternoon with highs in the middle 70s. Now the 70s continue tomorrow as well, but we have made tomorrow a first alert weather day for the potential for isolated severe storms. So we'll talk timing, threats, and we'll also let you know when we start to cool things down overall. That's all coming up in a little bit. Ladies, back to you.
Straight ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, we are learning more about a possible shooting that happened in Richland, right near the Columbia Park Apartments, what we know so far and what police are still investigating.
Plus, progress is being made on the renovation project for the MLK Junior Center in Pasco, and this comes as they finally broke ground. We have all the details.
Also coming up, it's one of the most bizarre and potentially consequential national security lapses, as a reporter says a top Trump official accidentally included him in a group chat discussing war plans. We have the details and the backlash. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It's Tuesday, March 25th, and as always, a lot of news to get to today.
That's right. We want to start off in Richland. So we're working to find out more information about a potential shooting from over the weekend.
Here's what we know so far. Details still pretty limited. Reports, though, they came in of this possible shooting near the Columbia Park Apartments. It came in Saturday night just after 7 p.m. Take a look at this video. This video sent to us by an Apple Valley News Now viewer. All of this happening right there in the 1600 block of Jadwin Avenue.
Now, Richland police and other agencies responded to the scene, and we're working to get more information on what exactly happened. Also, if there are any possible injuries or arrests. So stay with us both on air and online for any new developments.
6:03, and also this morning we're learning more about that wildfire that burned about 20 acres along Columbia Park Trail Sunday morning. Take a look at this image, just incredible view of that fire. This sent in to us by our Apple Valley News Now viewer, Dallas Green. Fire officials say it took about 7 hours for them to finally get that fire under control and put out. It broke out just after 4 a.m. Right there in Richland. The cause of that fire is still under investigation this morning, but right now investigators are saying that there still could be smoke visible around that site for the next few days. So if you see that, don't be alarmed. Don't call 911. They're very aware of any hot spots or anything that's going on there, as the Richland Fire and Emergency Services are monitoring the situation closely.
Now, Democrats in charge of the state Senate and House released their operating budget proposals for over the next 4 years. And Capitol correspondent Albert James is walking us through what exactly they're proposing and why the state's treasurer is raising some concerns.
We focused on building a thoughtful, sustainable plan that protects the services that people need and promotes our long-term fiscal sustainability.
Senate Democrats are proposing the state spend $77.7 billion over the next 2 years, an increase of about $6.5 billion from the current 2-year budget cycle. They attribute $4.4 billion of that increase to money needed to maintain current programs due to increased usage and inflation, while $1.6 billion represents new investments in areas like K-12 material and operating costs and special education. Over the next 4 years, Democrats say they're saving $6.5 billion in part by delaying expansions to state child care programs and requiring state employees to take furlough days throughout 2026.
Washingtonians have asked us loud and clear to look for reductions and write a balanced budget that both makes reductions as well as makes investments and adds to revenue.
as they await revenue from new taxes on the wealthy and sales and property tax changes they proposed last week. Senate Democrats plan on using state reserves in 2026 to fund the budget before refilling the accounts in the years after.
It does go low, but it quickly builds back to a very strong point due to the revenue that we're assuming.
State Treasurer Mike Pelliciotti has warned against using up state reserve funding, saying it could have a negative impact on Washington's credit rating and the state's ability to respond to economic challenges on the horizon.
We are dealing with incredible uncertainty now as the state of Washington, both with the federal government, wildfires, and other threats that might come our way, and just economic volatility. It is absolutely critical that the state not drain its rainy day fund. To do so would be very dangerous toward the future financial health of our state.
In the House, Democratic budget leaders did not touch state reserves. While they also proposed new revenue sources and have similar amounts of spending and reductions, the House proposal has slight differences from the Senate in how they're bringing in that revenue and what they're cutting. For example, they're not telling state employees to take mandatory furloughs.
We cannot balance the budget on their backs. Everything we have fought to maintain is supported by their work, and we continue to rely on their good work and want to honor that work.
The governor's office says they're in the process of reviewing the budget proposals. Governor Ferguson previously made it clear he wanted cuts first and new taxes as a last resort. Both House and Senate Democrats say they worked off his suggested spending reductions, but budget cuts alone won't work.
The impacts would just be too deep and too catastrophic for our communities and our kids. So we think this takes a balanced approach, and we really look forward to the conversation over the next many weeks.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
6:07, taking you to Pasco now, where the city is partnering with Burnham RNG to help complement the city's food processors services. So the city of Pasco says it is in an agreement with the company for the next 30 years. This would allow the company to operate a treatment facility that cleans the water that is received at Pasco's PWRF facility, generate gas along with two byproducts that also have some value associated with them.
A utility that is only paid by those that use that utility, in this case, is directly associated with those food processors. So they are the ratepayers for the utility. At the same time, we are generating resources that are scarce, such as gas, that goes back to the community as something that can be locally sourced by Cascade, and then therefore, being able to serve more residents.
So the facility is fully operational, and the food processor is set up to be a strong industry for the city of Pasco. It'll be able to serve as job opportunities for a lot of Pasco residents as well as people regionally. Well, the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center is moving forward with its renovation project.
That's right. The center broke ground finally, and it's got the green light to start phase 1 of the project. There are 3 phases total, and Irving Brown, the Tri-Cities chapter president for the NAACP, says he's looking forward to seeing all the movement that's ahead.
I think it looks very fair and progressive based on dollars and different conversations that has to happen. I think it's very fair, but the fact that it's on the way and the phases have been set and the draft of what the final product is going to look like is very hopeful.
Now, phase 1 is set to be completed in the fall, and Brown says the project is tentatively set to be fully completed sometime in 2026. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Trump administration facing backlash this morning after a reporter reveals he was accidentally included in a group chat discussing war plans with top Trump officials. We have the story and the details in just a few minutes.
But first, giving you that live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera overlooking the Yakima Valley. It is 6:09, and when we come back, Tiffany will be in for your first alert forecast, what you can expect as we make our way through the week.
It's Markdown Madness now at Mattress Depot USA.
Get slam dunk savings of up to 60% off.
Beat the buzzer, these prices won't last long.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make it
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone, time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Lease a 24 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 for $399 a month for $36, or buy with 2.9% for $72. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Can the Kraken ice Calgary? Tonight at 5:30, Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. Hopefully everyone is off to a great Tuesday. It's going to be a fantastic day, especially if you want to get outside, maybe go for a bike ride, take the kids for a walk or to the park after school, because some of us will be close to record levels. Now, all of us should top out in the middle 70s today. That's the forecast for Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla, and Hermiston. And let's compare that to the record. So the record will likely remain safe in Tri-Cities with a record of 82 and in Yakima with a record of 80, but it'll be kind of close in Walla Walla. We're forecasting 76, record to beat is 78, and it'll be a little bit closer in Hermiston, 76, and the record is 77 back in 1960. So enjoy these temperatures. They're typical of what we see during the month of May, certainly not at the end of March. With the warmer weather and with the storm system moving in tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted much of the region in a marginal severe risk. It's the lowest risk. It's a 1 out of 5. So there is potential for a few isolated severe thunderstorms to develop tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, but it's certainly not a done deal just yet. Some models have the storms rolling in after 4 o'clock. Some don't have them moving in until tomorrow night. So if that's the case, then if they come in later, the severe threat would be a little bit lower. So isolated severe storms look possible if these can develop, given the situation tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Damaging wind gusts, hail, and heavy rain will be the main threats, and this will be tomorrow after 4 o'clock. So keep that in mind if you're going to be heading home for the evening drive or if the kids have sports practice after school. So what's ahead? Warmest day of the year today. Severe storms possible late Wednesday, and then it's back to reality by the end of the week. We'll have your full 7-day forecast coming up. Ladies, back to you.
Tiffany, thanks so much. 6:14 in your national headlines this morning. Some new backlash against the Trump administration's national security team after several top officials accidentally included a journalist in a group chat discussing war plans. Now, Democrats and some Republicans calling for an investigation, as some are trying to brush it off as a mistake that won't happen again. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the details.
It's one of the most bizarre and potentially consequential national security lapses to reach the public forum. Top Trump administration officials, including National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Vice President J.D. Vance, and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, laid out plans about the U.S.'s attack on the Houthis in Yemen before putting it into action. The chat over the unauthorized encrypted messaging app Signal accidentally invited in on the conversation editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg.
At 11:44 a.m., I receive a text in this chain from someone who claims to be Pete Hegseth, who provides what I can only call a war plan. I sort of wait with my phone to see if this is a real thing. Sure enough, around 1:50 Eastern time, I see that Yemen is under attack.
The White House confirmed the messages Goldberg reported were authentic. Hegseth then went after and dismissed the reporting itself.
Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
Goldberg withheld some screenshots in his reporting, saying they could further risk national security. He said Hegseth shared operational details of forthcoming strikes, weapons deploying, and attack sequencing. After the March 15th missile strikes, Goldberg says officials celebrated in the group chat using emojis. Members of Congress divided over the breach's impact.
This is gross negligence on steroids. Do they realize that Russia and China have targeted Signal to try to break in?
Somebody made a mistake, and it happens. I think most Americans understand that.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, whose use of a private server for classified emails became a major issue during her presidential campaign, responded by writing, quote, "You have got to be kidding me."
Tulsi Gabbard and CIA Director John Ratcliffe were both on the chat and are among those slated to appear before the Senate Intelligence Committee today for a previously scheduled hearing where members of Congress will have the opportunity to question them. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is 6:17 on your Tuesday, giving you that live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima overlooking the valley. When we come back, we will check in with meteorologist Tiffany Sedona. She's in for Josh this morning, and she is going to break down your full forecast when we come back. Let us know just how nice it's going to be today.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 3rd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
It's recommended that people of average risk get screened for colon cancer starting at age 45. There's more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
The best deals of the year are going on now at Overturf Kia with a huge selection to choose from. Looking for a hybrid vehicle that you can drive in either gas or electric mode? Lease a 2025 Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid electric EX with all-wheel drive for just $359 per month. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
A healthcare crisis.
I'm incredibly worried about it. I don't know what can be done.
Impacting patients in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't see an answer to the problem.
Nursing shortage, critical condition. Apple Valley News Now investigates Wednesday night at 6.
Next live with Kelly and Mark. Taraji P. Henson, Zoe Deschanel, plus Finding Love with relationship expert Dr. Karen Gordon.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. Time check, 6:20. So we're about a half an hour away from the official sunrise as we take a live look out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. And the sky getting a little bit brighter, and we do have that sunset of 7:16 this evening. It is a bit cooler this morning compared to where we were at this time yesterday. Remember yesterday we were in the 50s and 60s. Well, this morning we're primarily in the 40s. So you will definitely need to give the kids the jacket this morning. 46 in the Tri-Cities, 47 in Hermiston, 48 in Pendleton, 49 in Dayton, 45 at Hanford, and 42 degrees in Yakima. The best part about this morning is the wind is not an issue. Finally, it has been a windy couple of days, and the winds will stay on the light side, even calm in some spots this morning, all day today. This afternoon will likely be the warmest day we have seen so far this year, so enjoy these middle 70s, low humidity, lots of sunshine, light winds. So today will be the best day out of the next 7. Tonight we're partly cloudy, partly to mostly cloudy, I should say. Temperatures fall into the upper 40s and lower 50s. So similar to what we're dealing with this morning. And then tomorrow, another very warm day. We'll see increasing clouds and most of the day looks dry. So if you can't enjoy today, tomorrow you'll have a good part of the day to enjoy before the storm potential rolls in. And that'll be anytime after 4 o'clock. So let's show you that on our Futurecast computer model. Here we are at noon, nothing going on. Clouds start to bubble up and there will be potential for thunderstorms developing after 4 o'clock. Now, some models don't have these storms developing until after the sun sets. That is going to be key. If we get these storms before the sun sets, there's a better chance that some of them could be on the strong to severe side. So this computer model in particular has thunderstorms impacting your evening commute and then starting to taper off as we head into Wednesday night. Couple of showers will be possible Wednesday night into the day on Thursday, but the severe threat, if we do have any, will diminish tomorrow night after sunset. But nonetheless, since there is some disagreement in the models, the Storm Prediction Center still has most of Washington State and Oregon in a marginal risk for isolated severe storms. This is a level 1 out of 5. So isolated severe storms will be possible tomorrow if we do get these storms developing while the sun is still up. Main threats with these storms, if they can develop, will be damaging wind gusts, hail, and heavy rain, and it'll be Wednesday anytime after 4 o'clock. So tomorrow you just need to be weather aware. Now, as we take you past tomorrow, notice how temperatures drop big time. We drop behind a cold front. So it's back to reality, back to where we should be for this time of year. Showers linger on Thursday, no severe threat, and a couple of showers will be possible Friday. Yakima 74 today, 73 tomorrow, with late day storms developing, tapering to showers Thursday and Friday. Walla Walla today, 76, tomorrow 76. Hermiston, same story, 76 both days with storms developing, or storms possible, I should say, after 4 and 5 o'clock for some of our eastern zones. Ladies, back to you.
Get 2.9% APR on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood, but I couldn't do it alone. That's where Happel came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought Crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free Atomic Family Reunion at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, April 11th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
Ready to make beautiful music? It's time for the Trade Up event at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Trade in your current piano and upgrade to the instrument of your dreams. Whether it's a breathtaking grand or a state-of-the-art digital model, we'll help freshen up your music. With expert guidance and flexible financing, your dream piano is closer than you think. Start your musical journey today at dickersonstricitypianos.com and come visit our store in Richland.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, we're learning that Miley Cyrus could be releasing new music soon. I'm so excited.
Okay. And if you like scary movies, not it.
Me.
I knew it. There's a new Friday the 13th movie coming out. ABC's Melissa Adon has it all in today's Showbiz Wrap.
That's 'cause I used to be young.
Miley Cyrus has announced her 9th studio album, Something Beautiful, will feature 13 new tracks from the pop star and will be released by Columbia Records May 30th. Cyrus recently told Harper's Bazaar that the new album is inspired in part by Pink Floyd's The Wall. Linda Cardellini is headed to Camp Crystal Lake.
Are you crazy?
The actress has been cast as the mother of the iconic slasher Jason Voorhees in the upcoming Friday the 13th prequel series. That series, called Crystal Lake, will premiere on Peacock, but we don't have a release date yet.
The Empire cannot win.
We're getting another look at season 2 of Andor. The Star Wars series will feature Ben Mendelsohn as the evil director Krennic. It premieres on Disney Plus next month. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. Grammy winner Lizzo is set to star in a new movie about Rosetta Tharpe, the gospel singer who was one of the first to bridge the gap between rock and roll and R&B music in the 1930s and 40s. Rosetta is in development at Amazon MGM Studios.
To Thailand and a week of new memories.
HBO's The White Lotus is as popular as it's ever been. This Sunday's episode was the most watched in the series' 3 seasons, drawing in around 4.2 million viewers. The White Lotus follows a group of colorful visitors to an elite resort in Thailand. And this year's Best Actress winner at the Academy Awards, Mikey Madison, is celebrating a birthday today. Mikey Madison is 26. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Melissa Adon, ABC News.
Happy birthday to her.
Yes, and we're both White Lotus fans.
Yes.
So have you seen this last episode?
Yes.
The one that was the most watched? Is it like finally good? Because it's been slow for me.
It's been very slow.
Yeah. And it's good?
It's still a little slow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the last one, the week before, would be good, and it still was slow for me. So.
I know, because I think we're getting close to
the end.
The end.
Yeah. They just need to bring Jennifer Coolidge back.
Something's got to happen.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm hooked. I love it.
Me too.
It's so fascinating.
Can't stop.
I know. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We do have an update for you on Yakima County's public defender shortage. The county says it's made some progress in hiring.
And we have that story plus the results on the 3-degree guarantee. It's all coming up in your next half hour.
Higher prices may be on the horizon, but right now you can lock in the best deals during the spring cleaning event at McCurley Mazda. This March, bring your trade, clean or dirty, and get an extra $500 off any vehicle purchase. Your old vehicle helps you save more today. Plus, get exclusive low-rate financing and special event savings on new and pre-owned vehicles. Outsmart the market and the potential of rising prices, and lock in your savings today at McCurley Mazda.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter.
The Heavy Hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting him to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
This is my dad's superhero chair. My dad needed this chair because he had knee surgery when I beat him in basketball.
Meredith Furniture has superhero chairs that most people call lift chairs. They have any type of chair you need. Supportive, stylish, and so easy to use. Find the perfect lift chair for your loved ones at Meredith Furniture, where comfort meets convenience.
Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Can the Kraken ice Calgary? Tonight at 5:30, Apple Valley News Now. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal. And Jade, we've been, keeping that jackpot going up, but we haven't really done anything.
No, we haven't done anything. But we've been enjoying the temperatures.
Yeah, we've been doing that because it's been nice. It's been 70 degrees, and we'll hear more on that from Tiffany. But we're actually going to check in on how the 3-degree guarantee is going. Yeah. Hopefully that jackpot keeps going up.
I know. Did anyone get the jackpot?
We didn't. We missed it by one. So don't tell Josh, ladies. Don't tell him next week when you see him.
Secret is safe.
But you know what? The good news is that we have a winner. So someone is going to be very happy, and that special someone is either Bet or Betty. So sorry about that mispronunciation if that is correct. But Bet or Betty Conway, you will win $425. So we're going to notify you there because in Pasco, we forecasted 73, but we only squeaked out 69 degrees. Now, there were plenty of 70s yesterday. We just didn't quite hit the mark in the Tri-Cities. So unfortunately, again, that jackpot does go back down to 0. So we are going to have to start off at the bottom. We're forecasting a high temperature today of 75 degrees. And we'll let you know if we get that tomorrow. Let's take a live look out of our Legends Casino Hotel in Richland this morning. Sky brightening up even more. Look at that blue sky, not a cloud in sight. It is going to be a beautiful Tuesday out there. So as you're getting the kids ready to head off to school, they will need the layers of the jacket this morning with temperatures in the 40s. But then as they're heading home on the bus, they can shed those layers. Low and middle 70s expected today. So allow them to play outside. It's going to be a perfect day to do so, and you'll want to take advantage of the 70s because they're not going to last forever. We should be in the upper 50s, lower 60s this time of year, so much warmer than average. We have one more 70-degree day before thunderstorms roll in and we cool things back down. So we'll let you know more about tomorrow's potential weather alert day, and we'll have your 7-day forecast coming up in a bit. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And we're starting off this half hour with the follow-up on Yakima County's public defender shortage. So last year, the ACLU sued Yakima County over the shortage on behalf of defendants who say their lack of access to an attorney violated their civil rights.
Yeah, that lawsuit still ongoing, but we are learning that the county is making some progress when it comes to filling those vacancies. Our Emily Goodell has more.
County officials say they're getting closer to being fully staffed with the positions that they have budgeted, but they could need even more, depending on whether the state Supreme Court decides to adjust caseload standards. The county budgets for 20 in-house public defenders. Early last year, they got down to just 13, but now they're back up to 16.
We've kind of hovered around there or less than that in the last few years, and that's kind of what's driven the capacity problems that we've seen in the last few years.
4 positions still vacant, but they've contracted with more outside attorneys.
We were able to increase our contract compensation, and that attracted at least 3 FTEs.
Plus 2 former interns starting as full-time attorneys this fall, and 4 new interns coming this summer, including one paid for by the Washington State Office of Public Defense.
Right now, they're hiring people to place in rural offices, including Yakima.
However, they could need even more attorneys and more funding to pay those salaries if the state Supreme Court agrees to decrease the amount of felony cases public defenders are allowed to handle each year. But no decision has been made so far.
I'm really frustrated by that. Just say no. Or say do it, and then we can forecast. But at this point, it's leaving a lot of people like me and others around the state guessing.
No changes have been made, and there's no timeline so far about when the Washington Supreme Court might be making that decision. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
6:37. Thanks for that update, Emily. Taking you to Kennewick now, where a major milestone for the Three Rivers Convention Center is underway. After years of planning, they finally broke ground on the long-awaited expansion. Take a look. We were there. This project will add a 60,000 square foot exhibit hall, 5,000 square feet of meeting space, an expanded lobby, and a brand new kitchen. Officials say it's expected to attract even more events, especially in the growing sports industry. And it was all possible thanks to a public and private partnership with A1 Pearl.
We got to break ground, and I mean, as you've heard, so many pieces had to come together to make this happen, and they all did, and I think the result is going to be amazing.
So this is just phase 1 of the project, which is funded through a bond from the Kennewick Public Facilities District with support from the city, and construction is set to be completed by the fall of 2026.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, great news for Dust Devils fans as players will soon be returning to Giesa Stadium. And when they do, they'll be stepping into an upgraded ballpark. Coming up, we have what exactly those changes are. Stay with us.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the extended wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. Or get 60 months, no interest. But hurry, the extended wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services. Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off, plus a free thermostat on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog tough.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 3rd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the extended wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. Or get 60 months, no interest. But hurry, the extended wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
A healthcare crisis.
I'm incredibly worried about it. I don't know what can be done.
Impacting patients in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't see an answer to the problem.
Nursing shortage, critical condition. Apple Valley News Now investigates Wednesday night at 6.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. Taraji P. Henson, Zoe Deschanel, plus Finding Love with relationship expert Dr. Karen Gordon.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It is 6:41 and it's a bit cooler outside this morning. We're talking about temperatures in the 40s, but let's talk about this afternoon because today is going to be the best day out of the next 7 and will likely be the warmest day we've seen so far this year. And some of us may be closer to record levels compared to others. So the Tri-Cities, we're forecasting 75, record to beat is 82, so that'll likely remain safe. Yakima, 74 is the current forecast, record to beat is 80 degrees. So nowhere near that. In Walla Walla and Hermiston, it may be a little bit closer. Walla Walla, current forecast 76, the record 78, and all of these were set back in 1960. 76, the forecast for Hermiston, and the record 77. So we'll see how close we get later on this afternoon, and be sure to tune in with Stacy Lee. As we take a look at the weather pattern, notice we have a ridge of high pressure expanding across the western 1/3 of the country. All of these areas highlighted in red, seeing temperatures 10 to 20 degrees above average. And the areas in that pink shading, that's where record highs will be in jeopardy this afternoon. So like I mentioned, Hermiston and Walla Walla could be a close call later on today. Once we get past today, we have to talk about the storm potential tomorrow because the Storm Prediction Center has already highlighted our area in a marginal risk for isolated severe storms. So it's the lowest level on the scale, 1 out of 5. But if we can get these storms to pop up late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, there is a chance they could contain some heavy rain, damaging winds, and possibly some hail. So we'll talk more about that timing, and we'll also have your latest 70 forecast coming up one last time for you a little bit later on in the show. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. All right, check this out. We have great news for Dust Devil fans. So spring training is coming to an end, which means players will soon be returning to Giesa Stadium. And when they do, they'll be stepping into an upgraded ballpark.
Yes, they will. The Dust Devils continue to break attendance records over the past 3 seasons. And with that, some big changes are happening. One of the biggest upgrades fans will notice, a new outfield wall moved in 15 feet. So expect some more home runs, right? Plus, no more speaker poles behind home plate. But that's not all. The Dust Devils are also planning quite the show.
And the biggest one for me is what I believe to be the very first in the Tri-Cities drone show after a game. So we're going to have, just like you've seen maybe on America's Got Talent or one of those shows, it'll be a full-on 10 to 15 minute drone show following a game.
Ooh, I'm pumped for that. So players are expected to start arriving later this week, with the team kicking off their season at home on April 4th.
It sounded windy out there. But that's not going to be the case today. It's going to be nice and sunshiny. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint and everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And speaking of outside, giving you that live look right now from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima as the sun starts to come up. Tiffany will be back with your full First Alert forecast and just how nice and hopefully not windy it's going to be today. We're back right after the break.
The Subaru A Lot to Love event is here, which means it's time for some spring cleaning at McCurley Subaru. And this March, your trade is worth more than ever. Right now, we're giving you an extra $500 off any vehicle purchase when you trade in a vehicle, plus special event savings on every new and pre-owned vehicle. And with exclusive low-rate financing, driving home a new ride has never been easier. Get to McCurley Subaru today, where your trade is worth more this March.
At Mattress Depot USA, we're all about being friendly.
Customer friendly.
Our sleep consultants would tailor the perfect sleep solution just for you.
Local friendly.
We grew up here.
Brand friendly.
The top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Price friendly.
We always give you the best value.
We might just be the friendliest place on earth. Excuse me? Don't worry, you're still the happiest.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you can save big with up to $4,900 in rebates and tax credits on a new Carrier heating and cooling system. So turn to the experts at Total Energy Management to ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Time isn't just minutes or hours. It's the moments spent where and with the people who make home feel like home. That's why our newly expanded service department is here and open 7 days a week to get you in, out, and on your way. Any make, any model, same day. Get express service, same day at McCurley Chevrolet.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's a beautiful shot out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. The sun almost up. We're about a minute or two away from the official sunrise here, and the sun will set after 7 o'clock. But it already looks pretty nice out there, and it's going to be a beautiful day across the region. A little bit on the cooler side this morning, especially compared to those 50s and even 60s we saw yesterday morning at this time. We're down in the 40s, so you need to make sure you have those jackets ready to go. 46 in the Tri-Cities, it's 42 in Sunnyside, a little bit cooler there. Same for Yakima, 48 Connell, 48 degrees in Dayton, 54 in Walla Walla, 47 in Hermiston, and 48 degrees in Pendleton. The winds have finally subsided. It has been a windy couple of days. The winds are calm in some locations, otherwise ranging from around 3 to 5 miles per hour. So we don't have to worry about a wind chill this morning. The winds will stay light all day long. That's all thanks to high pressure, which is going to be firmly in control of our weather. Lots of sunshine, temperatures well above average. Keep in mind we should be in the upper 50s, lower 60s for this time of year. And instead, we're going to be in the low and middle 70s. 75 in the Tri-Cities, 76 in Hermiston, 78 in Pendleton, 74 in Toppenish. So try to get outside today and enjoy the nice weather. Overnight tonight, we'll see temperatures drop back down into the upper 40s and lower 50s. So another cool start similar to what we're dealing with this morning. Tomorrow is going to be another very warm day, and most of the day is going to be dry. So if you can get outside, maybe you want to do your workout outdoors, do it during the early afternoon hours, because we do have a risk for storms late in the day. Highs tomorrow in the mid to upper 70s once again. Let's start our Futurecast at noon, because we're dry through then. We're dry even after the 12 o'clock hour. It's not until 5 o'clock that the storms will be possible. Now, the best chances for storms earlier in the day will be areas closer to the Cascades, but some of these storms may start popping by 5, 6 o'clock. Remember, the sun is still up. We'll have some instability to work with those highs in the middle 70s. So if we get these storms developing during the evening commute, there is a chance they could turn strong to severe. Keep in mind, there are other computer models that don't develop the storms until after the sunset. So there's still a little bit of a disagreement in the models, and we'll have a better idea later on today and tomorrow as well as we watch the conditions unfold. As we get into Wednesday night and during the day on Thursday, no more severe threat. It's just lingering rain showers that we're going to see. Storm Prediction Center highlighting most of the state of Washington and Oregon in a marginal risk for isolated severe storms. This is a level 1 out of 5, and we're not talking about an outbreak by any means. We're talking about isolated severe storms will be possible. If they do develop, damaging wind gusts, hail, and heavy rain will be the main threats, and the time frame we told you Wednesday after 4 o'clock. So that is why we have made tomorrow a first alert weather day. Now, after tomorrow, it's back to reality. We're back down in the 60s. Showers will linger Thursday and Friday for Tri-Cities and Yakima. Walla Walla, Hermiston, we have today and tomorrow in the 70s. Take advantage of it, because then it turns cooler and more unsettled by the end of the week. And Good Morning Northwest will continue right after the break.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Spring Break Scare.
I felt like I was in a car accident.
Sierra Stockert, a Tennessee mother of 2, was on a getaway in Jamaica with friends when they decided to visit the Dolphin Cove. While on a special experience called the Royal Swim, where the dolphins push you into a standing position, Stockert says she slipped and fell, landing on the dolphin's dorsal fin, causing a grapefruit-sized hematoma or blood clot. And this morning, she's telling her story to GMA.
The dolphin on my left side was kind of swimming a little bit faster than the dolphin on my right side. So it made me unbalanced. I just knew I was going to fall into the water. I just didn't expect to hit the fin.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll hear much more of this dramatic dolphin encounter. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Pain means pause on the things you love, but green means go. Among neck pain sufferers, BioFreeze gel was found to be 2 times more effective than ice, so you can keep on going. BioFreeze, green means go.
Most people call Leaf Filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today.
Schedule your free inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:53. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. Calls for answers are growing after top Trump officials allegedly sent war plans to a journalist. The editor-in-chief of The Atlantic says he was mistakenly added to a group chat on Signal, which is an encrypted messaging app. He says he learned about the U.S. military strikes in Yemen just a couple of hours before they were carried out back on March 15th. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth denies sending these war plans.
And some big changes could be coming to Social Security as the acting SSA commissioner says the White House is pushing rapid-fire changes. The changes generally take about 2 years, but the Trump administration wants these changes done in 2 weeks. As of right now, no changes to actual benefits have been announced. And at 6:54, the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Here's what we know right now about a possible shooting in Richland. Details still very limited. These reports came in Saturday night from the area near the Columbia Park Apartments on Jadwin Avenue. Take a look at this video sent to us by Apple Valley News Now viewer. You can see from the scene there. We're still working to find out if anyone was injured in what was called in as a possible shooting or if anyone's been taken into custody.
Yakima County is still being sued by the ACLU over its public defender shortage, but officials say they're now down to just 4 vacancies. They also plan to add more interns this year, but if the state court decreases the amount of felony cases they can take on each year, they could need even more funding and staff. There's no deadline set or timeline for when the court is to make that decision. And the Yakima Police Department is getting new tasers and training tools after an agreement with City Council. The city voting to approve a contract to spend over $1 million for the next 5 years on 85 tasers, replacing the old models that aren't made anymore. Now, not everyone's on board. There are a handful of community members that say the money could be better spent in other areas of the community. The Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center has begun its renovations as they start phase 1 of 3 phases. They had a groundbreaking ceremony, and according to the chapter president for the NAACP, phase 1 is set to be done this fall, and the whole project is set to be done in 2026.
All right, talking sports tonight, the Seattle Kraken welcome the Calgary Flames to the D. Pregame starts at 5:30, puck drop at 6, and you can watch it all right here. So because of the game, our only early evening newscast will be tonight at 5. Also because of the live game, ABC's Will Trent, which is usually on at 8 p.m., will be seen this Sunday afternoon at 4:30. So a little programming note, but Seattle Kraken puck drops at 6 tonight right here on Apple Valley News Now.
Trending this morning, a mysterious monolith has appeared at a public art display. It appeared outside of Las Vegas.
Okay, the Nevada Museum of Art says the pillar was placed near the 7 Magic Mountains art display. Officials saying it appeared Friday and was installed without permission.
Ooh, spooky. So it measures about 12 feet tall and it contains a QR code that appears to be connected to a cryptocurrency website. Well, there's the mystery.
Well, yeah.
And this is not the first time a monolith has appeared near Vegas.
No, a similar incident happened last summer near Gas Peak in the northern part of the valley. And this also happened, there was a couple of these that popped up in Utah when we lived down there.
Oh, you were there when it happened?
I was there when the monoliths appeared.
Oh, creepy. See, I was thinking something exciting like aliens, even though that could not be exciting because we've seen too many movies.
No, I think this is just cryptocurrency.
Well, there's the mystery. And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates on our website. That's AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back tonight with your local news and weather at 5, right before the puck drops for the Kraken game. Have a great rest of your day.